Alright, what's up guys, it's Light Harper here with another video, and today's video is going to be the top 5 light natural 4-stars in Summoner's War. Let's go! So I'm really excited for this video. I think this is a very exciting topic. Light dark monsters are just really fun. So this is the light nat 4s. Now before I start this, I just want to say that this was really hard for me to actually make this list. There's so many good light nat 4s that it was just really hard. So I could easily do top 10 or anything like that, but I'm just going to do the top 5, and I might do a 6 to 10 later, just because I think I just want to keep it as a top 5, but there's so many good ones. So if I'm missing some, go ahead and leave them in the comments, but I am aware I'm missing a lot, and this is a really controversial list, so you guys are probably going to have different opinions than me. Again, feel free to leave your opinion in the comments. So there's not going to be any honorable mentions on this video because I want to save them for the 6 to 10 video, because I could easily do 5 honorable mentions and then make it a top 10, but I'd rather just make it a top 5 and keep the 6 through 10 for later video. So anyways, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this video, guys. Alright, so getting into 5th place. 5th place is going to go to Molly the Light Mermaid. So basically her skills, the first one basically just strips with a 50% chance, and the damage is according to her max HP. So a strip and max HP, and then her second skill removes all harmful effects on an ally. So it fully cleanses an ally and puts a shield on him that lasts for 3 turns. The shield is proportionate to the monster's level. Third skill is a passive. It increases the enemy's chances of landing a glancing hit on an ally target by 20%, and it recovers an ally with the lowest HP ratio by 10%. So the guy with the lowest HP will be boosted 10%, and it'll increase the chance of them glancing on him. So basically it just really helps your team survive because it's healing them and preventing them from taking damage every single turn. So that's a really good passive. So basically, to recap, she has a strip, she has this one target, cleanse, and shield, which is pretty good, and then the passive's really good to just keep your guys alive. So that's kind of why Molly's on this list. She's a very good for just kind of keeping your guys alive. She's really mainly good in defenses, so Guild War defense and arena defense. If you do have her, then build her with probably just HP defense, speed, and then some accuracy if you want this strip to land, but mainly HP defense and speed is what you're going to want on Molly. So that's why Molly is coming in at 5th place. Okay, so 4th place is going to go to Aria, the Light Succubus. Now this one's pretty cool because she was released in an HOH a long time ago, and then she was re-released in the year 2 anniversary for HOH. So on my main account, I have one of these and I use it all the time. Aria's great. Her first skill is basically just a sleep for 1 turn, and if you do sleep the enemy, your attack bar goes up by 50%. And this skill right here, the first skill, will go up to an 80% chance to sleep if you max skill her, which you probably should. It's not a bad thing to max skill her, so yeah, that'll go up to 80%, so that's really good. 80% chance to sleep is just crazy if you think about it, because it's a really good chance to sleep them, of course. So you can rely pretty much on sleeping them almost every single time. Second skill attacks without waking up the enemies under sleep. Puts an HP block on, and it also increases the damage by 50% if the target is asleep. So it'll keep them asleep, it'll increase the damage, and it'll put an HP block on. So that's again pretty good. Now this will go down to 3 turns if you max skill it. Now this skill is another really good skill. It attacks without waking up the enemies under sleep. So basically Aria will not wake up anyone that's asleep. I think they added that to all the succubuses, so they're good in like sleep teams and stuff. But anyways, it reduces the attack speed and adds glancing for 2 turns AoE. So it puts speed debuff and glancing for 2 turns AoE. So that's just a crazy skill. Aria is one of the best TOA monsters. I mean, I love her in TOA. So Aria is just an incredible mon, and it's really cool that they gave her away an HOH, which is surprising that they'd give someone that good, but she is a very good monster, guys. And also the third skill will go down to 4 turn cooldown when you max skill her, so it's just crazy how good the skill is. Anyways, Aria is a great monster, so that is why Aria is coming in at 4th place. Okay, 3rd place is going to go to Toshi the Light Samurai. Toshi is basically just a really good nuker. So Toshi's first skill will defense break with a 50% chance, and it has a 10% chance to activate Sword of the Supreme Skywolf. If this skill is max skilled, the defense break will go up to a 75% chance, so that's pretty good to have a defense break like that. Again, 10% chance to activate Sword of the Supreme Skywolf, which is the 4th skill. Toshi's 2nd skill shoots a sharp energy, and your attack speed is increased if it lands as a critical hit, which it probably will if you build your Toshi right with good crit rate. And then this has a 20% chance to activate Sword of the Supreme Skywolf, and if you max skill this, it'll go down to a 2-turn cooldown. 3rd skill, Light Slash, attacks all enemies 2 times, and each attack deals 25% increased damage if the enemy is under weakening effects, and it's guaranteed to crit if it's a dark enemy, and this has a 50% chance to activate Sword of the Supreme Skywolf. If you max skill Toshi, this skill will be reusable every 4 turns. So again, that is a really good skill. It hits it really hard. Sword of the Supreme Skywolf, or Toshi's 4th skill, attacks all enemies, and it deals substantial damage that ignores all beneficial effects. That reduces the inflicted damage, so goes through invincibility, so it also goes through shields and stuff. And it also generates a shield which is proportionate to your level, and I think the shield is about 4,800 HP if you have a Toshi max level. So Toshi ends up hitting really hard. Toshi is great in like arena teams, so you could use like, you know, whatever, Bernard, Galleon, Toshi, and Sig, or double Toshi if you're lucky enough, and that'll one-shot them. So use her in like an arena offense speed team or Guild Wars. Also, she can be good in speed teams. So Giant Speed 10 speed teams, she can take out the first waves really fast and really easily with an attack buff and a defense break. He'll one-shot the first waves of Giants if you're ruined right. So anyways, Toshi's a really good monster. Really good nuker. So if you have a Toshi, definitely build it. Definitely a good monster. Alright, so 2nd place is going to go to Amarna, the Light Anubis. Amarna is pretty unique. Amarna's a really good monster. So let's get into skills. So attacks 2 times, defense breaking for 2 turns with a 30% chance each, and puts an HP block. So basically a defense break and an HP block, and the defense break will go up to 50% chance if it's max skilled. So that's pretty good to have that defense break and 100% chance heal block. So that's pretty good. And it attacks 2 times, by the way, so the defense break has a 50% chance times 2, so normally it should land that. I mean, sometimes you're going to get unlucky, but most times you'll probably land that, plus you'll probably land the HP block. So the 2nd skill attacks 3 times, with each having a 50% chance to put branding on. Now that goes up to 70% chance if you max skill. So times 3, it should put the branding on, and the damage increases as the enemy's HP becomes lower. So the less HP the enemy has, the more this will hit, which will hopefully kill them, which is good. And it should put the branding on, considering it's 70% chance times 3. So unless you get really unlucky, it should put that branding on, or if you get resisted, of course. Anyway, so the 3rd skill is very good, and it's pretty unique. So it basically cleanses all enemies, recovers their HP by 30% of your max HP. So that alone would already be a pretty good skill, a cleanse and a heal by 30% of your max HP. And then there's more. So it revives all dead allies with 30% HP if there is any dead allies, but the skill cooldown will be increased by 2 turns for each revived ally. So this skill's kind of a lot to take in. Basically, it cleanses all allies, it heals all allies by 30% of your max HP, and it should be pretty tanky, so that's good. And it revives all dead allies with 30% HP, which isn't bad, but the skill cooldown will be up by 2. So if you revive 1 ally, the skill cooldown will go to 7 turns. If you revive 2, 9, 3, 11 turns, etc. So it can be a long cooldown, but if you have that AoE revive, like as long as your Amarna is alive, you can revive literally everyone, and it cleanses and heals the guys that are alive. So it's just that is a crazy skill if you think about all that brings to the table. That skill is just insane. Amarna is just a crazy monster, guys. Like if you have one, build it, because Amarna is really good. So that is why Amarna is coming in at 2nd place. So the best Light Natural Force Turn Summoner's War is, can I get a drum roll please? Paw Dam, the Light Taoist, guys. Paw Dam is so good. I wish I had one. Like Paw Dam is a really good monster. So, alright, so let's go into Paw Dam skills. So basically, it will put a sword break on for 1 turn guaranteed. Of course, unless it gets resisted. But anyways, sword break also increases the target's chance of glancing. so if it lands as a critical hit. Second skill, attacks all enemies 2 times, decreasing the attack bar by 30% with a 30% chance for each attack. And this will go down to a 3-turn cooldown if it's max skilled. So the third skill, this pass is really good. If an ally receives an attack that kills them, that death will be prevented and 30% of your max HP will be transferred to that ally. The skill will not activate if your HP is below 30%. So if you just think about that passive right there, you can really see why it's so good. Basically, to recap, if a guy on your team gets attacked and he's going to die, he won't die, and 30% of your max HP will go into that ally. So Paw Dam will lose 30%, but that guy will get 30% of Paw Dam's max HP. So if you have like a nuker, the nuker will get full healed basically, depending on how much health your Paw Dam has, how much health your nuker has. But anyways, the skill will not happen if the HP is below 30%. So basically, Paw Dam will not kill himself in order to heal someone else. So yeah, Paw Dam is just a really good monster, especially in arena defense and guild battle defense. Just basically the opportunity to just heal someone when they're dying makes it so hard for the opposing guy to kill your enemies, because Paw Dam should be pretty tanky too. But yeah, basically just the defenses is where you'll use him most. Arena defense, guild war defense, and you can use them on offenses too, depending on the situation. Paw Dam is just such a good monster, guys. So that's basically why Paw Dam's coming in at first place. But guys, this list was really hard for me to make.
Quit your bitching, you bitch.
Like, anyone on the top 5 could have been at first place. Like, it was so close. I think Amarna could easily be the best one. I have a different list, and I'm sure most of you guys do. Leave it in the comments. This is hard to make, guys. Like, Amarna could be first. Toshi's really good. I mean, they're all really good monsters. The 6 to 10 will be coming out soon, I hope. If you guys want to see that, let us know in the comments, because I think that would be pretty cool to have the 6 through 10 too, because those are really good too. That's why this list was so hard for me to make, and I didn't want to go to honorable mentions, because then there would be so many honorable mentions. Like, yeah, I might as well just make top 10. So I just made top 5, and I'll think about making the 6 through 10. So yeah, this is, again, really controversial list. Let us know your opinion in the comment. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments. If you have any video ideas, leave them in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.